Hello everyone, and welcome to yet another Buddyhood Brawl League Season 3 game number 16 here in Qualifier League 2 is rapidly coming to a close, and here we have Nanashi taking on Wfenrir. We're gonna follow this game from Nanashi's perspective, playing as the Witch Hunters against Wfenrir's Mercenaries. Wordstone Rush for Nanashi, marked for Death for Wfenrir, and we have Walk in the Fog. So it might be a more ranged favored map, which I think that both of these teams are probably going to like. Going forward, let's see what they can do here. Wow, that's a very massive morale advantage here to Nanashi. Look at that in the top left corner of the screen. 102 for him against 66 for Wfenrir. So Wfenrir really needs to up the leadership a little bit when he goes into the next league. I think that before the tournament, you might have thought that these two players were more even against one another, but as the tournament has progressed right now, we should probably look at Nanashi as the big favorite here. Not only is he having a rating advantage, but he's also played considerably better, as they do start here to set up their warband. Looking where they want to go. It's probably going to try and capture the high ground here for Nanashi as soon as possible. We can take a look at a new graphic that I'm going to be introducing to these games, showing off the league table. So as you can see here, Nanashi is currently ranked the 3rd player in Qualifier League 2, while Wfenrir is having a very tough league right now, having 5 losses straight, and most of his problem stems from not being able to kill too much in each of his games. He seems to have gotten around 1 kill per game. Only 2 more games left to play for these two players, and it's pretty sure here that Nanashi is going to go to the upper division, while Wfenrir is going to go to the lower division. But who knows, we might see an upset coming up. Let's skip ahead after deployment. And here we are, turn 1. You can see that Nanashi has spread out his team a little bit. I think he is going to rush the stairs, and he put his fastest units at the other side here. It is a good strategy. It's nice to get up those stairs. You don't want the opponent to have a range advantage on you due to having the higher ground. Well, not range specifically, but you get a hit chance bonus, and it's difficult to get to, and you can sort of cut off your opponent's pathways by having the higher ground. So it's nice of him to try and avoid it. We see Pierre Lefu here has reached level 3, having 2 attacks, and there's going to be 3 attacks each on the Witch Hunter captain here, who we know have Trial of Pain, Nanashi Van Meo. So he can do quite a bit of damage himself. He seems to be rushing towards the stairs here. Is it too wise to spread out the team like this? I mean, once you go up those stairs, you're pretty much connected, but you do need to be able to not be surrounded by your opponent, who is also going to be relatively nearby. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here on the movement of Wfenrir unless someone pops up. So it will just be unnecessary waiting time. Kind of cool seeing Nanashi once more. We haven't casted too many games of him, and see what he has been up to. Building his team, improving the team, and the configuration of the team. Seems to have gotten up, and he should have gotten up to level 3, level 4 with almost all of the units by now. But more specifically, what is he going to do with that Witch Hunter hero? Which is very unique. No one else in the league has a Witch Hunter hero available to them. Doc Milo, the name here, seems to have gone with a great sword. So that could be an indication that we are going to see here a melee Witch Hunter, probably not two-handed. It seems like a bit of a waste, but it's efficient at this early on in the stage here. And if you took a look there for the briefest of moments, we saw what kind of damage that he was doing, and that seemed to be like a blue greatsword. I know that Nanashi has gotten quite a few blue items. He was cursing to me privately a little bit, saying that he got a lot of blue items just shortly after having met Holpoke, and he wish he had that for that particular game. Gonna be good to go left here, indeed, and that's gonna link him up to the others, to the other stairs up here, where his Witch Hunter Captain is located. It's two nice sets of initiative ladders here. They don't overlap one another. Instead, they seem to be one after the other, and it's kind of nice. So the Nanashi's whole team is going to move, and then Wfenrir's whole team is going to move more or less. Doesn't want to take the risk of standing in the open here and taking the damage. It's a good thing. It's something that Nanashi most likely picked up from facing other players here. Learning really quick the ropes of PvP. See two warriors here. Is going down. Is he trying to reach the top of the stairs? No, he's not. He sees that Wfenrir is by the other pair of stairs here. Could probably try and move forward. I don't know why he's searching for anything. He can't pick anything up. Probably out of habit. That building is not bad to be in, but it's better to get into one of the central buildings here if he can and get up to one of those platforms. He has to be careful at this location too. We have a warlock coming up. For Wfenrir, we already knew that from the last game when he took on Quest. Going to be more of an archer. Remember that these blue crossbow pistols have quite a bit of range as well. They are not that low range as people usually expect them to be. They can shoot quite far. 25 range should be the one. Kind of weird, I think, considering that a handheld ranged weapon like the pistols, they usually only have 25 range when they are purple, while the crossbow pistols have 30, just like a bow. See the warlock moving. It's going to be interesting to follow Wfenrir here in the coming games. In the lower division when he faces opposition more to his liking, and see what he can do with building that warlock up. What are the spells he will pick? It's very common to pick lightning, but as we saw in the Bodyhood League Season 2, Holpoke, for instance, who is crushing it in this season, was playing as the Mercenaries last season, and he picked Curse of Rust instead, arguing that the biggest thing here in the format, and it's still the same in the format here, is armor. Armor is really difficult to penetrate, and so having Curse of Rust, a cheap spell that he could spam on multiple characters, meant that he could easily take them down. We'll see if Wfenrir is going to do something similar to that, or picking the more reliable damage alternative in the lightning. Yeah, this is the first two buildings here for Wfenrir, and your opponent never really goes to face you down there, and it's the same for the very first building where Nanashi climbed up the stairs. So he needs to get into the central buildings and start initiating fight there. That's going to be the central point, that's the middle point of where these two warbands meet, and having the high ground with one unit like the Witch Hunter Captain stepping out of the balcony and shooting down at foes is going to be really big, if he can manage to do that. Wfenrir is probably going to watch out a little bit too. I don't know if he's well aware, but Nanashi should have the ranged advantage due to these crossbow pistols, 25 range. Might be that we see Wfenrir having something. It depends on what he has, honestly. I mean, if he has only white weapons, then it's gonna be limited to 20 range on those bows, unless it is a long bow. We do note there will be 2 marksmen in Wfenrir's team. One of the side effects of this particular format is that you do not get to change out pretty much anything. You're only playing it as the same team all the time. And your opponent is probably well aware of what you're facing, but you can't not really do anything about it, since they are also limited to what equipment and the choices they have already made. That could be a pretty good position to, if he can outrange that marksman, he could go forward and start doing some shots there. 3 shots would be good. We do not see Nanashi has Trial of Pain available on the Witch Hunter Captain, but this is not a situation to use that. Probably just want to get up there as well as soon as possible. You can move up by the stairs. Taking this route instead. You can see how well Nanashi is trying to have his units in cover most of the time. This could be a very big surprise. He needs to be careful of triggering the Overwatch here. Yeah, it's not easily shot at from this distance. It seems to be a fair distance from the wall as well. But it could be a 25 range. You can actually check that if you go onto the minimap and use the circles. They should all be around 6 meters, and then you just overlap them one after another, and then you can sort of measure exactly how much range you do have available to it. It's very nice when calculating if you can reach a target. See this little yellow circle here? Yeah, so Wfenrir is definitely advancing here. You can see most of the units here is behind that building. So this is the 2 central buildings where the fight is going to be. And you see that with the Wordstone and the 2 search points, just slightly below this cursor, or to the left right now. Just above the Templar. That would be our ideal situation, because there's a big balcony there to get the Witch Hunter Captain towards. This is not a good place to put yourself in ambush unless you don't really care about getting 2 attacks off, because the character arrow is gonna stick out, and so you can just rush into him without triggering the ambush, and then he has 1 attack less. But sometimes it's worth going into that, so I'm not just criticizing Nanashi for a bad ambush. Sometimes there is tactical value in doing that, since you are denying the space. And they have to go into you, since they can't just go past you. Alright, we see a warrior here. This could be actually trigger an attack by Nanashi. I think it should trigger an attack. The captain and the marksmen are pretty far away. You have the warlock, sure, and you have some warriors, but this is a good idea to attack into. No, don't do a charge, just go straight in there and do 2 attacks instead. Yeah, be careful of the Overwatchers around there, that bend. We'll probably go in a bit more to the left. He needs to go in there. He sees where the units are on the minimap. He knows that there's not an easy way for Wfenrir to reinforce here with more than 1 unit. He's immune to all alone. He's gonna survive any onslaught he takes. I don't think he should go in here. And he is, isn't he? 10 seconds left. Let's see. 2 hits. Incoming. Had 2% chance of scoring a critical here. It was not to be this time. Could maybe shoot up the marksman if he moves forward a little bit. Might I actually be able to see the Black Rider here, another warrior? Yeah, you can see him. You can see him. He's standing on top of the building here with the pistols in hand. You can see him. If he puts slightly to the left, he's probably going to be able to shoot him. Stepped a little bit too close. If he just backed off a little bit more to the left, he could have gotten that. So the Black Rider is not going to reinforce that warrior. It's going to be the warrior that's behind the building. That's the only thing that's going to be able to reinforce her. Good choices. Gonna do a reload once more and then a straight shot and then moving away. Didn't manage to land that last one. Very difficult for Fenrir to reach that Witch Hunter captain right now. Doesn't want to entertain this fight. Let's see what Gerard Jenkins here can do. He can probably... he needs to watch for the overwatch by the... There we go. There we go. And there's another overwatch there by the Warlock, most likely. Needs to be careful about that too. But at least he can get this unit down. Let's see, hopefully not overwatch the triggers here. He wants to create as much space as possible to get in with more units against the Red Rider. Honestly, I don't think he needs to. He needs to engage the other targets here, I think. He has 2 Flagellants right now. Both of them are locked into combos. They're minus 30% chance to hit. Might not do too much since they don't have shields and can't equip shields. But he's already producing the all alone check on this warrior. And you look at him. He only has a helmet, so that means he has probably a pretty low chance considering the morale as well. Cancelling the all alone, that's a good thing for Fenrir. He's doing the smart move. I kind of like this move by Fenrir. Bit odd to curse yourself with blinding light, but there we go. It's kind of a cool spell. I mean, you can master it pretty easily, so that could also be a tactic. It's currently it's just minus 5% melee, hit, dodge, parry, and spell casting for ranged as well, ranged hit chance as well. There should be a marksman on top of there. That he's not going to trigger that one, and the captain most likely also has. Some form of overwatch on him right now. Probably also starts in pistols. That is Fenrir's method. Yeah, he can actually shoot from here. Does he have a quick reload so he can get 2 shots off? Because he's gonna stand in the open here. Let's see if he has quick reload. Otherwise this was not worth it. Yeah, it was worth it. Sometimes you don't hit, you can be unlucky. At least got the 2 shots. Overwatch. That might not ever trigger unless that warrior moves away. Remember that the Zealot starts with a really poor accuracy, just 1%, so he has a 6% critical hit chance. We'll see what kind of toughness that Wfenrir has on that captain. But one of the nice things with units that have decent accuracy and you do Overwatch is that you could potentially stun someone, leaving them in the open to be killed on your turn, and denying them their own turn as well. So the Templar and the Witch Hunter, they are relatively nearby as well. They might go in here and reinforce. I think that they should probably, if he gets one character in there into that fight, that's enough. The other one, I think he should go after something that's a bit more ranged, that's lurking around here. See, if he just reloads now, then that Overwatch was kind of in vain. But I can see the strategy here, like what Nanashi is doing, if you aren't paying attention, or what I think he's doing is that he wants into the Overwatch because that will sort of make Fenrir think, alright, I need to stay here or take the Overwatch. But if he stays there, it's even worse for him because then the Witch Hunter captain is going to shoot him to death in the next turn. Might be seeing a charge here. No, it's the regular attack. Taking a lot of damage. Luckily for him that he's immune to all alone. Yes, that's gonna trigger at least one of the heroes to go in here and help out. Maybe 2 to get an instant range, number advantage. Is that a crossbow? Yes, it could be. Looks like a crossbow. I don't think Fenrir would bring a crossbow unless he felt that it was Yeah, it is a crossbow. Unless he felt that it was worth bringing, such as it is a blue crossbow. You can sort of see that from the damage as well. Very heavy to reload. See a handgun. Also trying to focus on this Zealot here. Misses his Overwatch. Just gonna take a shot back. Let's see how much damage it does. Oh, that's unlucky. Can he move behind the bend here? Yes, he can. That's good. That's good. You don't want to leave units too much in the open unless you can help it. Coming up, the Witch Hunter first here. And he's very close to... Oh, that's such a misstep. Yeah, he should have gone up the other way. Look at this. There's an up point here, right? He's going to go around. There we go. That's unlucky. He needed those 2 blue pills. Now he's only gonna have 1 blue pill left remaining if he can climb this up. Is that enough to be able to trigger a charge of some point? Yes, it is. And he does connect, so that's a lot of damage, and he's tying him up. And I think he's in a relatively good position. He could be able to be fired at, but yeah, this powerful Templar is definitely going to go in and join the main melee to make sure it does not turn around for him. Probably wants to go against this warrior. Did I miss something with this warrior? Has not switched weapons. Maybe he doesn't have a secondary melee weapon. Is that possible? No, go into the other guy. I mean, yeah, I get it that there are some units here that are more that do damage compared to this guy who's locked in. But at least a kill is a kill. And Nanashi takes a lead here, 1-0. And can move into any target he wants. I don't think it's necessarily bad to move into that warrior here. I mean, he's not denying any all alone or anything like that, but he's freeing up one of the flagellants. And while there might not be too much space, yeah, you could definitely go after to the left here and finish off this marksman. That's a good choice. Very good choice by Nanashi. Being more of a predator here and going in for the kill whenever he can. It's always nice to go for the kills, even if you do have more tactically viable options that makes more sense. You want to go in for the kill whenever possible, because it limits your opponent's options quite a bit. And you never know if they're gonna... Yeah, these 2 guys are really low level. They are level 0s, both of them. So they might not stand too long in this fight. I think I heard something about Wfenrir accidentally losing his main warlock in PvE, and this might be a new one. Gonna see a warrior here might be dying, the one that's on the top stairs. See, there's a much better hit chance. Yeah, it's not like the Pale Rider's gonna have too many shots going off anyway. He's gonna have to reload and shoot and then reload. It's gonna take up almost all of his blue pills. I'm not sure that the Trial of Pain here was worth it. Maybe he just wants to have a bit more movement around here. Definitely needs to commit to the Trial of Pain now. Yeah, this is all good, all good. Didn't manage to land the second one there, a bit unfortunate, but what is he doing now? Yeah, he did put himself out there in the open by mistake. I think he was trying to gain movement and gain a bit of space, so that he didn't have to move as far in the next turn. Can he go into the captain here? I think that would be a good choice actually. The captain is a little bit more through this door here to the left. Going in for another kill. You can see that he could be shot at by the marksman over here, but he has Trial of Pain on him, and he's only probably going to get off. He could get off 2 shots. I think he can get off 2 shots if he has a quick reload. And it costs 2 for the first one and 3 for the second one. I don't think it's worth focusing on the Black Rider. He is not going to die from the 2 shots anyway. You might want to just take the better 2 shots against the marksman, whittle him down. Yeah. Did maximum damage there, but does he have such luck that he can do that again? Well, maybe. No. 2 wounds remaining. 2 wounds remaining. I don't think that's truly bad luck here for Nanashi. Would have been very lucky to get a kill there for those 2 shots. And Wfenrir going in for another kill here, for the first kill. Good for him, evening out the score a little bit, and also showing some predatory instinct. Where does he want to go? Kind of odd, but alright. I think that he's... he should... why did he do a charge? He should have had 6 red pills by now, Wfenrir. That was... Wow, wow. Wfenrir really needs to have weapons, secondary weapons for all of his ranged units here. They're losing so much value just by not having that. Now he can't do anything. He could have just switched weapon and done a return attack here. Now he doesn't have that choice. Can he get 2 shots off and kill off that little zealot? The stun will certainly help. The only way I'm seeing that is that he did not have quick reload, and that means that he had to reload for 3 blue pills, and then it costs 4 for the second one, and he doesn't have that. Probably only has 5 blue pills. Yeah, you need to reinforce this fight somehow. I mean, the Templar is good, but... Oh wow, that's fairly unfair to poor Wfenrir. That's 3-1. And we're seeing it, everything here is snowballing really quickly right now. If that Warlock dies, then it's going to die here. It's going to be a route test. Remember, the heroes lose 12 morale plus their level, which is going to be just 12 for this one, since he seems to be level 0. And he is almost dead. Manages a dodge, but I don't think it's gonna save him. Look at the damage potential here. Just needs one more hit at 95% chance. And lands it. And 12, as we did expect. So alright, 4-1. Route test coming up. Let's see if the captain can make that. He only has himself and a few other units left remaining. We might see even more kills going off first though. Particularly, I don't think the captain is... Oh, well, he might be at risk, we'll see. But the big thing is going to be the 3 wounds warrior. He's probably going to go down. Wow, that's not a good hit chance. Stench of Chaos, that was the trap. Minus 25% hit chance for 3 rounds. That is very, very hurtful. I could do some aims here and maybe get another kill. Manages to do that. The level 2 warrior goes down. Still just going to be the same. Let's see if he's lucky. No, he's not. Two more attacks coming in on the captain, as well as 1 zealot coming in too. But that is the zealot, it's the archer zealot who is stunned at the moment, so he's only going to have 1 attack and he's not going to be able to come here and do much. At least all alone check is nice. He has a helmet on, so he might not have a too great chance. He had 57% chance, I remember from the last game, when he did fail it once and succeeded at it once. And this is what Wfenrir needs to do. He needs to have secondary weapon slots so that he can actually do something with his characters. And we see the route test failing here. The 10 leadership was not enough. And Nanashi takes another convincing victory. Congratulations to Nanashi. I hope you enjoyed watching this game. And thank you for watching.